It's the individual acts of tens of millions of Californians that allow me to say the following. The numbers in the state of California are growing. The number of positives certainly are growing. And tragically, yes, the number of deaths, 203, have grown. But the ICU numbers and the hospitalization numbers, while they're growing, are not growing as significantly as you're seeing in other parts of the country.
Do you have a message for the other governors who have not taken these strong measures, these extreme measures? Should everyone be issuing these stay-at-home orders?
Our message is this: what are you waiting for? What more evidence do you need? If you think it's not going to happen to you, you'll never regret overcompensating at the moment so that you're preparing people for meeting this moment in the responsible way. And there's no greater intervention, period, full stop, none, than physical distancing. We talk about social distancing, but it's really physical distancing. You can stay socially connected, but you need to be physically apart. And that foundationally and fundamentally, we know, can bend the curve, can save lives, and ultimately can get people back to work and get society back to some semblance of normalcy faster than anything else we can do.
Some positive news from California Governor Gavin Newsom yesterday. 2 weeks ago, Newsom announced the first statewide stay-at-home order in the United States. It appears to be paying off. Good morning.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.